All right, everybody. Good late afternoon or early evening. We've got another injury report, another practice report from the team today that I want to go through. It's not going to take terribly long, and it's mostly good news. Mostly it is good news right now. Real quick before I get into this, I just want to remind everybody that I am now on Facebook. I have a Facebook page, an official Seahawks Brendan Nelson Facebook page, link in the description. So if you use Facebook at all, you can go like and follow that page. All the videos I post about the Seahawks on YouTube also go live on Facebook. They just go live 1 hour later. So you can, if you want to, if you prefer Facebook's video format for one reason or another, you can watch all the content Seahawks related over there as well. Before long, I'll be dual streaming everything to Facebook as well that involves the Seahawks. Also, I am making an effort to utilize Twitter or X more recently, so if you're not following me on Twitter/X, then please do so. We're going to start trying to have some more fun over there. I'm trying to make more day-to-day tweets, more tweets about things that are not just videos. So if you want to get a little more involved in the day-to-day of being a Seahawks fan or following college football or the NFL in general, then give me a follow over there as well. Just trying to spread out a little bit among the various social media sites on the internet. Okay, that out of the way, let's talk about this injury report. I got it from Bob Condotta on X/Twitter. And it is mostly, like I said, really good news. There are two players who did not participate in practice, one of which is Derek Young. Now, to spend a minute on Derek Young, we don't know why he missed practice today, but it is worth noting that he was a full participant yesterday. So this could be a day of rest situation. I think Condotta even mentioned that, but it could be he re-aggravated the injury. Now, if it's a day of rest, then it doesn't really mean anything. Then it's just whatever. He'll be fine tomorrow. If he did re-aggravate it, then at a certain point, you just got to say it's not your year. And for Derek Young, maybe this is going, not to compare the impact, but maybe this is like a Jalen McMillan thing where it's just not going to be his year and he needs to get shut down. And unlike Jalen McMillan, we don't need Derek Young that badly. So if this was a re-aggravation of that ab injury, then I'm kind of hoping that at some point we decide to just go ahead and call this and put him on long-term IR and bring him back next season, because sometimes it's just not going to get better without an extended period of rest or surgery or whatever. So yeah, Derek Young DNP. I'm very interested to see what he does tomorrow. However, the other DNP is potentially much more impactful, even though I think it's a lot less interesting. Tyler Lockett did not participate in practice today with a hamstring injury. That's 2 days in a row now, so it's at least worth mentioning. I still am pretty confident that he's going to play. This isn't that different from last week. I think that because he's less than 100%, we're giving him a lot of time off in practice. It's not like he needs the practice time. He is definitely a player who can take it easy throughout the week and still give you good stuff on Sunday. He didn't practice very much last week, and he still gave us a great game against the Commanders. So, not worried, but I'm mindful of the fact that it's not a guarantee, right? You can assume that it's likely that it's just rest and he'll be good to go for Sunday, but that doesn't mean that's going to happen every time. It was like with Metcalf earlier this year. He missed a ton of practice time earlier this year, Metcalf, but by game day, he was almost always ready to play, except that one game where he was unable to go. So we'll just kind of have to wait and see here. And that's it, though. That's really about it in terms of like the bad news. Colby Parkinson was a limited participant today after being a DNP yesterday, so he's trending in the right direction. I would be pretty surprised if he missed the game at this point. It seems like things are going in the correct way for him. I don't know if he's going to be himself. Like in that recent game, he really didn't do all that much. He had one catch for 3 yards and kind of failed in a short yardage situation. But he should be out there at the very least. He's trending in the right direction for that. Jamal Adams, limited participant in practice, which, not that we were ever worried about him missing this game because he was a resting player designation on Wednesday, but limited today. Great news for Jamal Adams. and Abraham Lucas still limited. I want to emphasize here real quick, I do not expect him to play this weekend at all. I'm very much getting the feeling that the best case scenario is he's back for the next game, the Thanksgiving game. And honestly, I am still in the camp of thinking there is a wide variety of potential outcomes with Abe Lucas this season, including him never coming back. The way Pete is wording everything just makes me feel like they are prepared for the worst case scenario. So for me, I'm looking at it. I'm trying to be real. I'm keeping in mind that Pete Carroll's usually a very positive person. And I have to conclude that Abe Lucas, if he ends up missing the rest of this season and never making his way back, or making his way back trying to go for one game and then finding out he can't, or whatever, I'm prepared for it. I'm prepared for him coming back for the Niners game, and I'm prepared for any scenario thereafter, but not expecting him to play this week. Finally, we have our full participants in practice today, and again, it's all good news. Jordan Brooks trends in the right direction. Last week, he barely practiced. This week, it looks like he'll be able to get 2 full practices in if he wants to, so that means he's healthier than he was last week. Michael Dickson gave us a little bit of a scare yesterday, but today he was totally fine, full participant, so not really worried about him at all. Damian Lewis went from limited yesterday to a full participant today, so he's almost certainly going to play, and Bradford remains a full participant after being a full participant yesterday. So that is pretty great news. The only thing that's big picture concerning would probably be Derek Young. And the only thing that's concerning at all to a player that really matters is Tyler Lockett. But in terms of news gleaned from the practice report, this is about as good as it can be, and we are pretty healthy right now. On the Rams side of things, I don't really have anything beyond what was talked about yesterday. Their injury report is so short right now that they may not even bother releasing a practice report. I haven't seen one yet, and when it comes out, I would be very surprised if it's not softer than yesterday's was. They had 3 players who were limited, no players held, or excuse me, 4 players were limited, none held out. So, yeah, I haven't seen that yet. As of right now, it hasn't been released. And again, the injuries that the Rams have don't look like they're going to affect anything on game day. Stafford's playing, Puka's probably playing, Murchison's probably playing, Havenstein's probably playing, etc., etc. So that's all I got in terms of injury stuff on this Thursday. I will see you guys later today. I'm streaming with the Hawks Nest tonight where we do the pregame for this Rams game, so come on by and watch if you want to. And, yeah, enjoy Thursday night football tonight. And possibly catch me on Twitch after the stream. See you guys later. Go Hawks.